Lena had always believed that if she could just become the right kind of person, she would finally be loved the way she wanted. When she met Aaron, it felt like a new beginning. He was everything she thought she wanted: smart, confident, charming, and just slightly out of reach. The kind of person who could walk into a room and make everyone lean in just a little bit closer to listen. At first, Lena was just herself. She was funny, full of life, and honest. But over time, she started to notice the little things about Aaron: how he preferred quiet conversations, how he admired mystery, and how he appreciated certain interests she didn't really have. Slowly, she began changing. She stopped speaking up as much, afraid her true voice might be too loud or out of place. She laughed less, trying to soften her naturally boisterous personality. She stayed up late, reading books about art and philosophy, subjects she never cared for before, just so she could have something to say around him. She changed the way she dressed, choosing clothes she thought he would like instead of what made her feel comfortable. Even the way she walked became softer, more measured. It was subtle, but it was constant. Every day she chipped away a little more of who she really was, shaping herself to fit what she thought he wanted. And after a while, she hardly recognized herself anymore. Still, it seemed to be working. He noticed her. They spent more time together. It felt like progress, like maybe she was finally on the path to being loved. But inside, Lena was tired. Not the kind of tired you fix with sleep, but the kind that seeps into your bones. The slow, quiet exhaustion that comes from always pretending. She found herself watching her own behavior like an outsider, constantly double-checking every word she said, every smile she gave, every reaction she made. She felt like she was on stage, performing perfectly, afraid to make a single mistake. She laughed less, smiled when she didn't really feel like it, and swallowed her true opinions more and more. The person she had been, the girl who danced in the rain, who spoke her mind freely, who wore bold colors and wasn't afraid to stand out, she felt farther away every day. And even when things between her and Aaron seemed to be going well, she felt drained, like she was slowly disappearing under the weight of pretending. Then, one day, without warning, Aaron pulled away. There was no argument, no explanation, just silence. Lena was left standing alone, wrapped up in the version of herself she had created for him. And he was gone. At first, she thought she had failed. She had changed everything about herself to be what he wanted, and it still wasn't enough. But then, after the sadness, came something she hadn't expected. Relief. Relief that she no longer had to perform. Relief that she could stop pretending to be someone she wasn't. Relief that she could start coming back to herself again. Slowly, Lena began to do the things she truly loved. She laughed loudly, without holding back. She wore the clothes that made her feel alive, even if they were bold or messy. She started saying what she actually thought, without worrying if it was the right thing to say. And when she stopped trying so hard to be someone else, something remarkable happened. The right people began to notice her. The ones who didn't ask her to shrink or filter herself or guess what they wanted. They simply liked her for who she really was. That's when Lena finally understood something she wished she'd known all along. You can twist and shape yourself into anything to be loved by someone. But if they don't truly see you, the real you, it won't matter. They'll still leave. But the people who do see you, the ones who truly care about who you are deep down, they won't need you to change. They'll be grateful you showed up exactly as yourself. So don't lose yourself trying to be loved, because the love that's meant for you will recognize you, not your performance. And when it does, you'll finally understand what it feels like to be chosen without having to become someone else. And if someone walks away after you've shown them your truth, let them. Their absence isn't a reflection of your worth. It's proof that they weren't meant to stay. The right people won't need you to dim your light to make them comfortable. They'll meet you in your full brightness and still choose to stay. So trust that being fully yourself isn't a risk. It's the only path to the kind of love that lasts. Thank you so much for watching, and stay happy.